Alright, this is my last video of the day, so let's check out Bitcoin. This is actually the 13th video of today that I've made, so I've really gone ham today. I'm kind of staying consistent, but yeah, let's jump right into Bitcoin. So you can see in the past few days we have strongly bounced just like we predicted. In the past few videos we estimated that we would at least run into the 46,700, which if we zoom out lines up with the 382 here. So so far so good. We've had a pretty good bounce from this resistance that has been resistance all the way back here on the 20th of October. Obviously the all-time high being up here on the 8th of November. But we have finally broken out of this downtrend, which is good. So what to look for now is really just basically breaking above 45.8. Until we do solidly break above 45.8, or specifically if we go from candle body close, I would like to see a break above 44,425. So until we do get a daily close with another daily candle strongly pushing up there, then technically we can't be overly bullish right now because this is still technically a lower high from here. The second I believe that we do break 44, let's just round it up to 44.5, then I do believe that we will be coming at the neck of 45.9 up here, and at that point we would be strongly heading up all the way up here to where the 200-day moving average is, coming in at basically 50,000 if we round it up. So all in all, Bitcoin looks pretty good right now. You can see the RSI basically has just been Wing up. It's just been stair laddering up. It's been having very, very decent growth. So just a rough tool here. You can see something like this, so don't necessarily be surprised if we come down a bit and then bounce off. So if we did take a micro fib, try and see where we could potentially get stuck at in the meantime. So if we draw from here, you can see that the 618 is down here at 42.8, so expect a move like this to 42.8. As long as we do stay above 42.8, then I do believe that we're going to have a strong push all the way up to basically 50,000. Now a lot of the news in the world is becoming slightly better with like Russia and Ukraine, so the stock market has been relatively okay in the past few days. We have finally broken back above somewhat decisively the 200-day moving average, but if we do just kind of drag this along, you can kind of see that we are forming like a triangle coming down here and ascending here. But the number one thing that I'm looking at is this 200-day moving average acting as the bottom of the triangle. Obviously it's quite wonky, so what I'm really mean is that we are kind of being stuck between these converging trend lines. We do have descending resistance coming down on the 4th of January, and we have obviously broken out of this, so we can remove this now. So we have broken out of this miniature triangle, but in my opinion the 200-day is the number one thing that we do need to hold. So obviously if you're wondering why I'm covering the SPY on the stock market, it is because Bitcoin and the total crypto market caps will 100% follow what the stock market does 99.99% of the time. You can see basically every crash that we've had on the stock market pretty much correlates to crashes we've had in Bitcoin, and every time we've lost the 200-day we have absolutely cascaded down, and that is not being good for the crypto markets, that's for sure. So yeah, that's why we're looking at the SPY only for a second. If we come over to the dollar as well, we can see the dollar is dropping a tiny bit, but we are obviously still in this ascending channel, which so the dollar does look fairly bullish right now, but we are having a day where we're going slightly red, so it is kind of confusing why Bitcoin is not going green on this day, but we could just be having one last pullback to maybe somewhere around 43.35, or potentially even as low as 42.8. As long as we do stay above 42.8, then like I said, I do believe that we're going to be coming all the way back up to 50k. And once we are up to 50k, we can talk about coming back to the all-time highs, which is up here. This is obviously a big descending wedge type pattern that we've broken out of on this chart. Sorry, obviously there's so much noise on a lot of my charts that it's kind of hard to see what's going on, but if I do just remove a bunch of these lines to kind of clear this up for you, get rid of all these fibs, I mean, I'm sure you can pretty much see it now, but we have broken out of this huge descending wedge. We had a few fake outs on it where we kind of came up to the top of the wedge, but you know, now we finally we kind of had this ascending wedge, and then we finally broke above. So the target of this wedge is basically the all-time high up here at 69,000, which from where we are now is a 56% pump. So, you know, don't think that I'm saying, oh, we're going to go like this, because that is 100% not what I'm saying. You know, if we take a fib, if I was being technical and, you know, if my life depended on guessing what we were going to do, I'd say we do something like this, you know, bounce from the 200-day, sideways accumulate, kind of bounce off the 618, and then, you know, maybe later on have a pump to here. So this is a very rough draft. You know, this is not what I'm saying is going to happen at all, but do bear in mind I am just pointing out that the top of the target is all the way up here at 69,000. So if we come over to the total crypto market cap, you can see that we've got a nice inverse head and shoulders. Similarly, we look at the total crypto market cap, because if the total crypto is pumping, it's very likely that it's going to bring Bitcoin and all of the other alts with it as well. So we have run into a tiny bit of resistance. I do believe as soon as we get above this red line, the alts are going to be off to the races, Bitcoin is going to be off to the races. If we check out Bitcoin shorts, they're not steadily dropping, but you know, they're slightly heading down. And the BTC dominance is currently backtesting the 200-day again. So in my opinion, while we are above the 200-day, Bitcoin is going to outperform the majority of altcoins, and that's really all I'm seeing for Bitcoin right now. So yeah, like I said, I mean, worst case scenario, we'd need to hold 42,800. If we do hold that, then my next target is 50,000, and then after that, you know, I really don't see anywhere else that we would get stuck at apart from 55,000, and then I think it'd be a pretty much straight run up to 69,000. So yeah, that's all I'm seeing for Bitcoin today. Once again, you know, thanks for watching my content. I've made 13 videos today, so you know, maybe there's some altcoins on there that you'd want to watch as well. But yeah, once again, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Peace out.